Livin' Grand on Grand Lake is made possible in part by
the Grand Lake Association is in its 60th year promoting the Grand Lake region in partnership with the Oklahoma Department of Tourism. Located in Grove, the Grand Lake Visitor Center welcomes people from around the country and provides information on where to stay, shop, eat, area services, and activities around Grand Lake. The GLA also sponsors the Pelican Festival in September with crafts, a parade, and a carnival. The Grand Lake Boat and Sports Show in March, and the Grand Lake Extravaganza, the world's largest bass tagged event. More information is available at grandlakefun.com.
And by
the Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA's low-cost, reliable power touches 75 of 77 counties in Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes in the state, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Today, GRDA's 500-member workforce continues to produce the same power for progress that has benefited the state for over 75 years.
And by
you can experience the excitement. You can experience the fun. You can experience the freedom. Your adventure awaits.
And by
there's no need to travel for quality health care. Integris Grove Hospital provides exceptional care close to home. From primary care to specialists like OBGYN, cardiology, orthopedics, urology, ophthalmology, and more. Integris Grove Hospital. Quality care close to home.
And by viewers and members like you.
I'm Tad Jones. We're here at Arrowhead Yacht Club.
And I'm Christy Wallace. Here's what's coming up today on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
On today's episode, we're going to take a relaxing trip with the Grand Lake Sailing Club. And then we're off to Langley for the Grand Lake Barbecue Festival and Bike Rally.
All that and more on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
We're coming to you from Arrowhead Yacht Club on South Grand Lake today, where the wind might be a little bit of a problem for me, but the sailboats on the lake love it. Stay tuned as we get ready to take a behind-the-scenes look at the sailboat culture on Grand Lake.
Well, the club was first started by a group of probably about 10 sailors, and they were on the other side of Sailboat Bridge, and this was about 1966. In 1972, Ray Kennard and a group of people bought this area here and started the club up. The club, of course, is a sailing club. We do have all kinds of sailboats here. We have 109 members.
I've actually been sailing since 8 years old. My father started my family and I in sailing, and just have a ball. My family also is involved in sailing. We race, we go on the cruises, and just have fun on the boat. You can have an opportunity to just relax and just have a casual sail, or there are times when the wind is strong and it's pretty exciting.
We have social events, we have cookouts and dinners and that, and then we have racing. We have 4 races a year. We have 2 major races. The first race is the Long Distance Classic, and then we have 2 club races, and then we have the grand finale is the Grand Cup race. We do have some active racers. We'd sure like to get some more. Our goal, of course, is to sail, have fun, promote sailing. We try to accommodate people that need a slip for their sailboats. So.
It is a great club. I would really encourage anyone that has an interest in sailing to join it. We've got really nice amenities.
We do have nice facilities. We had a small clubhouse up here, and we've got real nice restrooms and showers. We have Lawson's Landing up here for parties out overlooking the lake, and then we have a ramp area to launch your boat. It's a fairly well protected ramp area, and then we also have a mast lift up on the hill to raise and lower your mast, and a work area. So if you want to work on your boat, we got a spot. If you want to play, we got the lake.
Obviously, the sailing aspect of being here, lots of experience. So, and as well as people who are new to sailing. It's nice for someone who's just starting out. You are in good company here and able to take advantage of the experience of people who have been doing it for many, many years.
So we got a little bit of everything here, and we try to keep it economical so the regular guy can bring his boat in here and go sailing and know what it's all about.
Wasn't that gorgeous? We'll catch some more wind right after this.
I'm RSUTV's General Manager, Royal Ailes. Now, everyone complains that there's nothing to watch any longer on television, but I say there is. RSUTV brings you a unique look at our world every day, from great chefs taking you on a tour of the world with their fantastic food,
to turn your home into your favorite restaurant,
to old-time praise songs with classic gospel hosted by Bill Gaither. RSUTV is delivering the best in programming on television, and you can be a part of this. Become a member of RSUTV Signal Society. Your reoccurring gift of $10 a month will help RSUTV continue to bring great programs into your home. All you have to do is call 1-800-823-7210 or go online to rsu.tv and click the donate button. And when you do, we'll ask you for your credit card or check card number, and every month, $10 will be automatically deducted from your account. This is the most important thing we can do to assure that there is a tomorrow for RSUTV. And when you become a Signal Society member, we'll give you this beautiful fleece blanket and this wonderful coffee mug, both with our logo on the side. As General Manager of RSUTV, I want to thank you for your continued support of this station, the programming we offer, and the changes we're making as we become engaged in our communities.
We are here at the beautiful Arrowhead Yacht Club right here in Duck Creek on Grand Lake. We've got a couple of great events to talk about here in our events segment. We have a couple of special guests here. We have Christy Allensworth, and we also have Austin Brown, and you're the president of the Chamber of Commerce, and you're with State Farm, and you have got an amazing event coming up this weekend, the 35th annual World's Largest Calf Fry. Interesting event. Tell us a little bit about the history of how you got to be 35 years with the world's largest calf fry.
Well, Thad, it really started out, it was pretty simple. A bunch of good old boys got together and they said, hey, you know, we'd spring roundup, we had a bunch of calves to cut, so we had those leftover swinging sirloins, and they said, hey, let's get together and have a cookout. So that's really how it started, and you know, a lot of those guys are still around. We're bringing some of them back for judges this year, so it's great. It's a good time.
So it's a part, the whole community comes together for this event then.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it started out with about 30 people, and it's really grown from there.
Yeah, and being world's largest, I guess you have people coming in from all over the place?
Huge. We have people come in town. They're staying in town at the hotels. They come for the bullfight that's happening afterwards. It's a huge event.
So tell us what to expect. We show up on Saturday. Give us a little bit of the rundown of what's going on during the weekend.
Lots of things happening. We have kids games going on. We have the calf fry, of course, and everybody enjoys coming and seeing everyone, not just eating. We also have a live band. The Whiskey Poet Society is going to be and they're from Bonita, so that's great talent. We have some other things with some kids' youth rodeo events, and then we have a cowboy contest that they're like judging the cowboys there, so that's going to be fun. Lots of prizes. There are prizes for, of course, the best calf rise, but there's also prizes for other things that's going on. Bell of the ball of the bell, or bell of the ball. There we go. And so it makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah, and so now what time do things kick off there on Saturday?
We start out at 9 a.m. with some of the events, and then after that, people just mill around. They stick around. We have some vendors that are there selling some of their goods, and so it's kind of an all-day event.
And so, being the world's largest calf rod, tell us about, I guess people are coming there to eat. And for those that haven't tried calf fries, they're really good. We've had a bunch of them, but you've got some good teams, I guess, that come in and make the calf fries?
We do. They make special sauces, and they've all got special secret recipes so that they can be judged and win. We also have beans, cornbread, we have cobbler, salsa, so there's lots of other things other than just the calf fries.
All right, so it sounds like a wonderful event to have. And when does the actual eating start for the calf fry?
So gates open at 9 o'clock. You can show up, you buy your ticket, you walk up to the gate to get in. They give you a plate and a napkin and a calf fry accident, and a plate and a napkin, a little frisbee to hold it on. You walk around to the different booths and just check it out. Get a little sample from each one, and then you put your ticket in whoever's booth that you think is the best.
All right, very good. Thanks so much for being here. Bonita.com, is that right, to get more information?
It's $8 if you get your ticket ahead of time, or $10 when you're at the gate.
All right, hope everybody can make it out to the 35th annual World's Largest Calf Fry in Bonita. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ted.
You go, Christy.
Thanks, Tad. Well, I'm excited with our next guest. I have the First Lady of Country Fiddle, Miss Gina Jay, with me today, and woo! Jana, it's a perfect day for sailing on Grand Lake, isn't it?
It's a perfect day for sailing and fiddle playing, as long as you don't have two. I can hang on to one.
I'm just going to keep a hand on this pretty blue fiddle.
Very good,
very
good. My trademark down there.
Yes. Well, Gina, you are Grand Lake's most famous resident. Of course, spent lots of time on hee-haw, and you're classically trained as well as, we always talk about the country fiddle side, but I know you are classically trained, and music is obviously a passion, and you have some events coming up where you kind of combine your passions with your love of Grand Lake and bringing people into town.
We have our 3 festivals that we've started on Grand Lake, and the first one is the first full week in June always. It's the first weekend in June. June 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's the American Heritage Music Festival. What could be more American heritage than fiddling and clogging?
Absolutely.
And you kind of envision the back porch in Appalachia and all the wonderful jam sessions that take place. And this is my hee-haw fiddle, this blue fiddle, and I will probably play that on Saturday night, but most of the time I'll be playing my acoustic violin, which was made in Milan, Italy in 1750. So I'm hanging on tight to this one.
Well, I've got a little finger on this one too. This one we all recognize, but in
1750. So it was made, the
beautiful.
Period when the Strads were made in the same area, probably the same wood.
I'm sure it's the same
wood,
the same humidity, and
same varnish.
Right, absolutely. And how did you acquire this fiddle?
My dad dealt in violins. He was a graduate of Juilliard, and he loved great violins. And I bought this from my dad, believe it or not, and it is appreciated in value. So it's a good investment.
So that's your favorite fiddle to play?
This is my wonderful acoustic violin.
And will you be playing this at the Fiddle Festival?
I will be playing this all weekend until Saturday night, when we'll pull out the electric instruments. And we have people from 38 states who come to Grove. And we hope we're good for the whole of Northeast Oklahoma.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Bring tons of people and tons of repeated people. They come back year after year.
Well, I noticed during the festival the hotels are full, the restaurants are full, lots of people who come to enjoy.
That's right. We're spilling over into other communities to find motels. So
Gina, it's coming up. What's the date again?
June 5, 6, and 7.
And
first
where
weekend
can our viewers go to get more information?
GrandLakeFestivals.com.
GrandLakeFestivals.com. Well, Gina, we look forward to it. Such a wonderful event. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
The O'Reilly National Monster Truck Rally will be held at the Miami Fairgrounds on Friday and Saturday, June 6th and 7th. The 3-hour show starts at 7:30 p.m. each night. Gates open at 6. Advanced tickets are available at O'Reilly Auto Parts stores for $22 for adults and $12 for children 11 and under. Tickets will be sold both nights of the events at the fairgrounds for $24 for adults and $14 for children. Pit passes will also be available for $5 each. The first 200 kids get a free toy monster truck both nights of the event, sponsored by KODE-TV and KSN 16.
Hookin' a Ranch is hosting their 4th annual freestyle bullfight Saturday night, June 7th at 8 p.m. at the Will Rogers Rodeo Arena in Veneta. Tickets can be purchased by calling 972-333-2384. Box seats are $25, general admission tickets $12, and tickets for children 12 and under are $8 each.
Don't miss the Mahogany and Chrome Antique and Classic Boat Show, June 7th at Arrowhead Yacht Club. The annual boat show will be held on June 7th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. More than 40 antique and classic wooden and fiberglass boats from the 1930s up through the 1970s will be on display. The show is open to the public.
Grand Lake Fireworks' 2nd annual 5K Sunset Dam Run Walk is June 7th in Langley. Registration begins at 4:30 p.m. at the shelter in Lakeside Park. Races start at Lakeside Park in Disney. Kids Fun Run begins at 5:30 p.m. and the Adult Run begins at 6 p.m. Register online at grandlakefireworks.com.
The show will continue, but first, here's some fun in the sun. Living grand on Grand Lake.
Come on down to Grand Lake, y'all.
I'm Jennifer Sterling, Program Manager for RSU Public TV. One of the things I love about being part of RSU TV is that it's much more than just a television station, really more like a family. Our viewers are committed to helping us bring the best possible programming to northeastern Oklahoma. We've introduced a new way to become part of the RSU TV family, the Signal Society. It works like this. Pledge a recurring monthly gift of $10 a month or more right now, and you'll become a member. It's automatically deducted from your credit or debit card or bank account until you cancel. It's easy on the budget for people who want to help, and we'll be able to spend less time and money fundraising. As our special thanks to you when you join the Signal Society, you'll receive a beautiful RSU TV stadium blanket and etched coffee mug. It's so easy to join and help us keep all those great programs on the air. Just call 1-800-823-7210 or go online to rsu.tv. We appreciate your support. If you've been a member for a while, thank you so much. And if you're new, welcome to the family.
You cannot come to Northeast Oklahoma without getting some great barbecue, and we're going to show a little bit about a wonderful barbecue event that we had, as well as motorcycles. A lot of people like to come to Grand Lake and ride motorcycles all over the area. So here's our segment about barbecue and motorcycles. Rev up your engines. Here we go.
Brian, Ruth, and Stan Weiss here on a Saturday in May. It is barbecue month, by the way. Did you know that, Stan Weiss?
Yes, it is.
This is a KCBS, Kansas City Barbecue Society sanctioned competition event.
Today, first of all, Grand Lake, great setting here in Grand Lake. Weather's perfect. This is like Oktoberfest. But today we're going to sample chicken, ribs, pork, and beef brisket.
I do want to note, as a side note, that we have 9 cooks here who were in the top 50 in the United States.
I showed up yesterday morning about 9:30 in the morning, got my site set up. We started cooking late last night. We still believe in the old low and slow. That's what we do, low and slow.
What we're looking for is the best of the culinary art and skill of barbecue.
They're human beings on Friday night, but come about 10 o'clock that Friday night, they're serious. They're going after $10,000 purse.
The excellent rib is one when you take a bite, the meat cleanly separates from the bone where you took the bite, but the rest of the meat will remain on the bone. Many people would prefer to take that bite, hold the bone here, and have the meat hanging down their chin. And that's what they consider an excellent rib. But we do have standards that the cooks have to strive for in the ways they cook.
This competition here, they've got 35 teams, I believe, and probably half of these teams here are well known. They're very, very good cooks, so it's going to be one hell of a competition this weekend for this small cook-off.
Looking at growing it even bigger. I've got meetings set up and met with engineers, in fact, this week about putting in an additional 50 spots for RVs for next year.
We've been here every year for this event. It is a great event. The organizers work well. We love doing events in Oklahoma, especially events that the money that's raised stays in Oklahoma. And these folks, they raise it, they feed a lot of kids in the area, and that's what it's about.
All this boils down to is, this is my barbecue family. I love them. I see them twice a year. And but the main thing is the catch and backpack program.
It's all one thing. It's all the same thing. It's all for helping out those that need a little bit of help, man. And we're just glad to be a part of it here today.
It's a family event. It's for people that, bring your kids, bring your family. It's a great event.
We like to have fun here at Grand Lake and support a good cause at the same time. We call it the Grand Lake way of getting it done.
Hope you enjoyed that segment. Stay tuned right after this for more Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Hello, our safety tip for today is to how to help somebody that could be drowning or having trouble swimming in the water. I want to give you a couple tips. Number one, if we can help that person without putting ourselves in the water, that is the best way to handle the situation. If we are to get in that water, it's a last resort, because fear, as you're trying to get to that person and they're grabbing you, can pull you underwater and put you in danger. I want to give you a few tips on how we can handle that situation without getting in the water. Number one is just a few things that we can keep in the boat. This is a simple throw bag that you can buy at marine stores. It is a rope in a bag, so we simply pull the rope out and we throw it to that person in the water, and then we pull them to safety. Another thing that we should have in our boat, one of the required things to have in a boat, is a throw cushion. Simple thing to throw to them, kind of get them out of the situation they're in. There's many things in our boat that we might already have that we can use to reach those persons that could be in trouble. This is a simple pole that we can keep in our boat that we can reach out and grab them. This also comes in handy for many other things like docking and many things that we can apply it to. We could possibly have a paddle in our boat that we could reach out, pull that person to safety. The main key to remember is to not put yourself in danger. You can't help them if you're drowning as well. So find a way to help those people to your boat without getting in that water, and have a safe day on the water.
Well, we had a great show today, Tad. I'm ready to sail on into next week, though.
I know, it's wonderful. I love to get a chance to go out there and do some sailboating and maybe even get on a motorcycle sometime and cruise around Grand Lake.
I can't decide, barbecue or Indian tacos.
I know, there's so much to do, shopping all around
Both.
Grand
Let's
Lake.
do them both.
That sounds good. Let's do it. Hope you'll join us next week on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Livin' Grand on Grand Lake is made possible in part by
the Grand Lake Association is in its 60th year promoting the Grand Lake region in partnership with the Oklahoma Department of Tourism. Located in Grove, the Grand Lake Visitor Center welcomes people from around the country and provides information on where to stay, shop, eat, area services, and activities around Grand Lake. The GLA also sponsors the Pelican Festival in September with crafts, a parade, and a carnival. The Grand Lake Boat and Sports Show in March, and the Grand Lake Extravaganza, the world's largest bass tagged event. More information is available at grandlakefun.com.
And by
the Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA's low-cost, reliable power touches 75 of 77 counties in Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes in the state, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Today, GRDA's 500-member workforce continues to produce the same power for progress that has benefited the state for over 75 years.
And by
you can experience the excitement. You can experience the fun. You can experience the freedom. Your adventure awaits.
And by
there's no need to travel for quality health care. Integris Grove Hospital provides exceptional care close to home. From primary care to specialists like OB/GYN, cardiology, orthopedics, urology, ophthalmology, and more. Integris Grove Hospital. Quality care close to home.
And by viewers and members like you.